Hi everyone, I'm going to be talking to you in a video like this today because I wanted to do a demonstration of one of the practice problems that a number of people have had questions about. Before we get into it, let me just remind you that you should be completing 6.3 today, which is about compound interest, and there's an assignment for you to submit for that, and then 7.1, which looks at different types of investments, and there's a quiz on that. So a couple of people have had questions about problems like this. This is actually one of the practice problems. And it is in the simple interest quiz that some of you did yesterday. So let's say we have a problem like this. So it tells you that Matt invested $500 in an account. It earns simple interest. The end of 10 years, he had $1,000, and you're trying to figure out what interest rate the account earned. So we're going to be using the same simple interest formula. Which is I equals P times R times T. Okay, and we're just going to plug in the information that we do know. Okay, so we know that at the end of 10 years he had $1,000, which means that the interest he earned was whatever he started with, or whatever he had at the end minus whatever he started with, right? So the interest he earned is $1,000 minus $500, so $500. Okay, P is what he started with, so that's $500. R is what we don't know, that's the interest rate, and T is 10 years. Okay, so then I'm going to multiply the information that I do know, and what I don't know is R. This is what I'm going to try to solve for. So I just have 500 over here. I'm going to multiply 500 times 10, which is 5,000, and I'm left with R. Now, I'm trying to solve for R. I need to figure out what the interest rate is. So in order to do that, what I need to do is multiply both sides of this equation by 5,000. This is simple algebra. If you were to take a college math course, you might get into more complicated equations like this. Okay, so if I multiply, or if I divide 5,000 by 5,000, I'm left with 1. So anything divided by itself is 1. So this will just leave me with the R on that side of the equation. 500 divided by 5,000 is 0.1. So this tells me that the interest rate that Matt was earning on his account was 10%. Simple as that. So you might have, you could do the similar kind of thing with a compound interest formula. So let me just erase this. Okay, so let's say we know some information, but we are trying to figure out other information, okay, for the compound interest formula. So in today's lesson, you're going to be looking at a formula that looks like this. I equals P times 1 plus the interest rate divided by the number of times in a year it's compounded to the power of T, which is the number of years. Okay, so let's say I know at the interest that I'm earning is $1,000. Okay, I don't know the P, so I don't know what amount I'm starting with, but I know the interest rate is 10%. Let's make it easy. We'll say it's compounded only once a year and it's 10 years. Okay, so I'm going to solve the information that I do know. So 1,000. 1 plus 0.1 divided by 1 is 1.1. So 1.1 to the power of 10. And then 1,000 actually, let's do it like this, because I'm going to run out of room. Okay, so now I have 1,000 equals P times 1.10. Okay, P is what I don't know. So P is what I'm trying to solve for. So just like I did with the other equation, I'm going to divide both sides of the equation by 1.1. This is going to leave me with just P on this side. And then 1,000 divided by 1.1 is $909. Okay, so this tells me that in order to earn $1,000 interest, I need to invest $909 in a compound interest account, earning 10% interest compounded annually. And then at the end of those 10 years, I would have $1,909 because $1,000 is the interest I earn and $909 is what I'm putting in initially. Okay, so don't let it scare you if it's a different variable that's missing other than the one on the left-hand side. We just have to rejig the equation around, put in what we do know, and then solve for what we don't know. Okay, so hopefully that helps you out a little bit. You're working on 6.3 and 7.1 today.